Okay, today we are working on Lesson 3 Exit Ticket, which is all about capacity. Measures how much space that we take up. The first day we were measuring length. The second day we were measuring how much something weighs. And now we're measuring how much space is taken up through capacity. And we're using the terms liters and milliliters. Milli is very close to the term kilo, except it's in the reverse. Kilo means we were multiplying by 1,000 to get to this larger unit, while milli is a much smaller unit, so we're actually dividing by 1,000. It takes 1,000 milliliters to create 1 single liter of capacity. Now, it's helpful for me to have my conversion nearby, so I would recommend, if you need to take that note, to take that note next to you. Your first job is that you'll need to convert all of these mixed units into single units, milliliters. And for this one, take your single unit, milliliter, and convert it into mixed units. Let's practice what one of these look like together. A, 6 liters and 127 milliliters. We know that if 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, then 6 liters must be the same as saying 6,000 milliliters. We also have this leftover 127 milliliters that didn't quite make a full liter, which means altogether we have 6,127 milliliters. Similar to the days before, sometimes we can use this unit as a way of saying the comma in the number 6,000. We're going to do the same thing for these next two. Our last one will be a little bit different. We're going to be asking ourselves, how many thousands do we have? That's how many liters we have. And after we make groups of thousands, how many liters are left over, or excuse me, how many milliliters are left over that couldn't quite make an entire liter? All right, let's look at number 2. We also need to solve by subtracting, but if you look here, our mixed units are going to run into a problem. We're going to have some issues subtracting, and so we want to change these into all 1 unit milliliters. 81,603 milliliters minus 22,489 milliliters. And what's left over? Last but not least, use a tape diagram to model the following problem. Solve using a simplifying strategy or an algorithm and write your answer as a statement. The Smith's hot tub has a capacity of 1,458 liters. Mrs. Smith put 487 liters, 750 milliliters of water in the tub. How much water needs to be added to fill the hot tub completely? The challenge is that we're doing math with mixed units and regular units here. We're measuring the entire hot tub, which is 1,458 liters, and Mrs. Smith is only filling some liters and some millimeters left over. How much water needs to be added to fill the hot tub completely? The entire hot tub, represented by this tape diagram, has a capacity, meaning we can fill it with as much water that fills 1,458 liters. Mrs. Smith filled part of it. She filled 487 liters, 750 milliliters. It's confusing for me to figure out all of this math because I have this in milliliters, I have this in liters, I have this in liters, and I just want to make it one unit. The problem is I can't just magically snap my fingers and turn this all into liters. I don't have enough. These 750 milliliters isn't enough to make an entire liter, which is 1,000. So I'm going to have to change all of my numbers into milliliters. So that means that instead of saying 487 liters, 750 milliliters, I'm going to say that the hot tub has 487, 750 milliliters and some milliliters left over. And I need to multiply this entire number by 1,000. When I multiply an entire number by 1,000, that means that I include 3 zeros at the end of this number. So instead of this being 1,458 liters, our entire hot tub is now 1,458,000 milliliters. My job is to figure out if my hot tub can hold this many milliliters, and Mrs. Smith has already filled it up with this many milliliters, how many millimeters are left to fill the entire hot tub? Once you figure out what this answer is, you're going to change that into how many liters that makes and how many milliliters is left over. Remember, to do that, it means you're taking the amount of milliliters and saying, okay, how many thousands I have is how many liters I have. The amount left over that couldn't make a single group of 1,000 is how many milliliters I have left. My last job is that I need to write my answer as a statement, so I'm just going to put a sentence starter for you. The tub can fit blank liters, blank millimeters more water. So, to remember, you're going to start with converting milliliters to liters and vice versa. Solve a subtraction problem where we combined our mixed units, and solve this word problem using the setup and the tape diagram that we created. Good luck!